Yes, it's all about the big stage, the bright lights, and the packed seats. But here at CNM 2018, it's all about rolling up your sleeves and getting down to business. For more on that, here's IBEW Hour Power's Laura Walsh.
The general sessions might be the main event, but the workshops and breakouts are where attendees find extra value in the form of specialized education at the conference each year. Staying true to years past, the outside construction and line clearance tree trimming meeting started everything off. And the big topic of discussion? Growing the IBEW workforce.
The workload right now is greater than it's ever been, and so how do we get more market share and how do we grow as a union? The methods, the change, and I told everybody don't resist change. Change is needed. So we got some new things being implemented, which today there was a lot of conversation about the pre-apprentice program and things like that. Those are good for us and will help us move forward and bring in more people into our industry.
Smooth seas never made a skillful sailor, is how the saying goes, and how it sometimes feels dealing with the issues that arise off the job. Not necessarily what agents on the local level like to deal with, but are necessary to business operations, with help from CIR, of course.
CIR is our arbitration procedure. It could be a scary process to come down here. What we're trying to do is show, exactly what happens through our arbitration procedure, so they make really good decisions when they come down here.
The session included a mock grievance case and a negotiations case, so that attendees could get a real sense of what to expect if ever they need to present a case of their own.
We pointed out some highlights, what you should be putting in your brief, what you should have in your oral presentation, how you should be conducting yourself when you present in front of council.
We say it every 2 years, how monumental midterm elections are, and this summer will be no different. The workshop, Legal Issues, Elections Have Consequences, highlighted how your vote can make all the difference.
What we want is the people have members realize the importance of elections, and we have midterm elections coming up in November, both at the state level and the federal level. And talking specifically about the federal level, if we can turn the House and Senate around, we can stop detrimental appointments to the courts, regulations from being implemented, stop anti-union people from being appointed to various agencies, and hopefully turning things around.
The Electrical Training Alliance took full advantage at CNM by holding 2 separate workshops. The interim credentials session introduced a whole new way of reaching the next generation of workers.
Interim credentials is an online computer-mediated learning tool where they learn about a topic, and it's animated, it's gamification, and if they don't understand something, the algorithm of the software will move them back to content earlier, maybe in a different treatment. Maybe the first time they just saw a video, the next time maybe it's a game for them to play. So it really tailors to this age group of learner.
While the Energy Storage and Microgrid Training Certification session introduced a new program that will better prepare workers for safe and effective use of battery technology.
Lithium-ion, flow batteries, and lead-acid style batteries. Battery technology that is fairly new, and some of the technology that we've used in the past, but we've, for the past couple of generations, have not been training on anymore. So we're kind of pulling that forward from days gone by.
The information on technology continued for attendees at the IT Electronic Warrant System Workshop, where they learned of a new seamless tool for managing bill payments to vendors.
There's specific guidelines from the DOL on how money needs to be paid out of the local union. You have to have signatures by the recording secretary, president, and treasurer. This system is really doing 2 things. It's helping with those regulations to make sure you're sticking to the DOL standards for payments. And secondly, it helps where you have a large union that's spread out. It's hard to get in and get people together to sign things. So with this system, it's a web-based application. As long as they have a browser and internet access, they can log in, view the payments that are waiting for their approval, and they can approve them anywhere on their phones, on a tablet, any remote computer, and just keep that process moving.
This year's Business Development Workshop focused on the effectiveness of project information resource search engines, but the message of action was the clear focal point.
The goal is to get in front of projects, and then we engage the contractors to go after that work, engage the membership to help owners with permitting. And time is now, because the manpower shortages are everywhere. They're on the union side, they're on the non-union side, so it's like all or nothing right now. It's a huge opportunity. It's a lifetime, generational opportunity staring us in the face.
And with the manpower challenges we face, membership development has never been more of a focus.
For the first time in a long time, there's just not a lot of travelers available. So Locals that haven't been used to doing any organizing are jumping into organizing mode for the first time. But organizing doesn't happen in just a few minutes. You have to actually build a relationship, feed the relationship, and then when the time comes, then you can organize those people in.
There's so much more to come from C&M 2018. So while you're here, click around and see what else was presented and discussed at conference. For IBEW Hour Power, I'm Matthew Walton.